So I mentioned last 2 weeks ago, I think when we had our last service here, I was going to spend a little bit of time, hello, welcome, come on in. Spend a little bit of time talking about the Gospels. And the question I want to think about today is, why are there 4 Gospels? 4 different accounts of the life of the Lord. Now, many people look at the Bible, and particularly the Gospels, and they ask this question: why do we have 4 accounts of the life of the Lord? Why are they different? Why do they tell different stories? Why sometimes do they change the order that the stories are written in? Why are there some significant stories missed out from one Gospel but included in others? Lots of very good questions. Why are there 4 different Gospels? Here's what I just want to mention, and we're going to actually, in coming weeks, we'll go through each of the Gospels and have a look at each of them. But what I want to say is the character of each Gospel is quite different. They're quite different. And each of the Gospels is addressed to a different audience. And that's quite an important thing to remember when we look at the Gospels. They're actually speaking to a different group of people, and they're addressing the concerns of those different groups of people. That's in a natural sense. But when we come to think about the new church, we add another layer to that, another layer of understanding, because we realise that the Gospels, not only are they naturally written to different groups of people, they are written to our different spiritual states. Now that can be difficult for us to comprehend as we look at them naturally, but each of the Gospels speaks to a different spiritual state in us. And this is one of the things we believe about the Word as a whole, that the many different stories within the Word sometimes seem contradictory. They're difficult to understand with one another. But each story speaks to a particular state in us, and it awakens something in us which is very particular to where I am right now. And so the Word, even though sometimes if you look at the whole of it, it looks very confused, there are particular things within the Word that reach into my life and speak to me where I am now. And that's just a wonderful teaching and a wonderful way of understanding the Word. As I said, in coming weeks we'll have a look at each of the individual Gospels, but just remember that each of the Gospels speaks to a different group of people, but it also speaks to different spiritual states within me. So at certain times of my life, I'll enjoy Matthew's Gospel. And other times I'll enjoy Luke, or I'll enjoy John. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit later and explore it over the coming weeks.